question 16, page 46. An armchair was purchased for a cost price of $380. So cost price is $380 and marked up to a retail price. It was marked up to a retail price, which they don't seem to give us, Joden. It was then discounted by 10% to a sales price, so it was then marked down or discounted by 10% to be $427 by the look of it, and 50 cents. Okay, and what is the percentage markup from the cost price to the sale price? What is the percentage markup from the cost price to the sale price? Okay, so a key thing that I've done again is that I've tried to note the information that was present in the question. I've tried to note it, okay? And so what is the markup percentage from the cost price to the sale price? What is the percentage markup? So what is the amount of markup on this product? What is the amount of markup? That's the question you first should be asking yourself. Because this bit doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter that we don't know this. All we need to know is the cost price and this, which is the sale price. Okay, so it doesn't matter that we don't know this bit in the middle. And that's why it's often good, I've said it a lot, I'll keep saying it, it's often good to write out and note out the information that you're given. Maybe that's part of where some of the confusion lies. So the first thing for us to do, because you've got to read that last sentence really carefully, which is where the question is contained. What is the percentage markup from the cost price? So it's this, it's the markup from the cost price. What percentage increase? Markup from the cost price. Can you see that that's written in the question? Okay, so what you get from the question is what percentage markup. Markup's mentioned first, so that goes on top from the cost price. The cost price is mentioned second, so that becomes your denominator. Yeah, Jaden? Alright, so our markup is, how would we work out our markup regardless of what the answer is, Jess? What would we say the markup is? No, we're after the markup to start with. What was the markup on this product? How are you going to... You're about to press buttons. What was it? Yeah, absolutely. So 427.50 subtract the 380. The sale price less the cost price gives you your markup price. That's how much it's gone up by. And then you divide that by what, Jaden?
The cost price.
Yep, which is the start, which is 380 times by 100. The reason we do this is because it'll give you an answer that is a percentage. Okay? So what's the markup total there? I think you've done it. How much? $12.50. $12.50. What's the markup? $47.50. $47.50 divided by 380 times by 100. Get your calculator here, Joe. So you gave me the answer. Yeah. So the answer being 12.5, it's a 12.5% mark up. Okay. So again, going back over the question is that I sit and I spend a little bit of time, a little bit of extra time writing this out which I think in the longer term saves you time getting misunderstood throughout this part of the question. If you still don't know what these terms mean, it's because you need to go back to your glossary at the start of the chapter and utilise that information to solve some of those problems for you. Okay? Was what? 25%. Okay. Well, I'm happy with that process. So question 21, page 46, which is the enrichment. A car company offers a special discount deal after the cash deposit is paid. So you've got a car and you're going to pay a deposit on that car. A deposit is an amount of money up front that you pay. And generally what the amount of money is it's big enough for the car company to know that you don't want to lose that, so you'll keep coming back paying the rest of the car loan off. That's why they let you take the car. Alright? The amount that remains to be paid is discounted by a percentage that is 1/10 of the deposit percentage. For example, a deposit of $8,000 on a $40,000 car. So it's a $40,000 car, yeah? And the deposit paid is $8,000. Okay, what's the percentage of deposit paid on the car? 20%. And how did you get that? You did it like that. Yeah. Alright. So 20% of that. And then it says the remainder is discounted by a percentage that is 1/10 of the deposit percentage. Okay? So this is our deposit percentage. That's our deposit percentage. Okay? You'll get a further discount of 1/10 of that amount. Okay? What does 1/10 look like? What does of mean? One-tenth of 20%. Okay? 1/10 of 20% is 2. You'll get a further 2% discount on what remains. How much remains? 32,000. You get a further 2% discount on that, which is 32,000. Is that okay, Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah? If I was to ask you the question, Shayla, how much therefore would they pay? They wouldn't pay 32,000. Would they pay more or less than 32,000? They would pay less. Okay? We can work that out by saying they're no longer paying 100%. What's the multiplier that's 2% discounted? What's a multiplier that would represent 2% discounted? No. Okay. We're not paying 100%.
98.
Good. We're paying 98% of it, aren't we? 98%, which is there's nothing in that units column to represent 100%. We're paying that. Now, whatever answer we come up with should be less than 32,000, shouldn't it? That's a way of checking. 0.98 times 32. We're paying 31,360. Alright? Is that alright, Ellen?
Yeah, that's what
Okay. Well, that that was for the example. We haven't done any of the questions yet. We haven't done A. That was for that. Okay, but that's the whole process. Now, can I go through it better for you? Or would it be better to try one? Talk to me. Jaden?
You can just leave it up there.
Or could we maybe try one? We'll try one? Okay.